Here we go. Oh, a new cast. Oh, hold on. A little bit of lag starts things off. What are these frame drops? I think everything's okay now. Okay, we should be good to go. Everything is fine. Alright, let's go over the matchups. Game average MMR bronze 1. So once again, it's going to be a bronze cast. I just happened to find a few of them. So it's going to be Kled top up against Set. Jungle Mundo up against Shaco. Jungle Mundo is a nice old meme. Katarina mid against Veigar. Definitely, I'd say AD Cat. Probably one of the strongest builds in the game right now. Let's see how easy that build is to pilot at the bronze level as well. We're going to have Caitlyn Nami sitting bot lane against Tristana and Leona. Tristan Leona can definitely all in, very scary lane, but Caitlyn Nami should be relatively safe to counter that. Really, a lot of this matchup is about finding the good engage windows for Leona to make picks, go for 2v2 all-ins, and recognize that if you ever catch a Nami, she probably just dies in lane. Katarina's gonna be dancing here, gonna get caught out by Baleful Strike. And apparently she's not okay with that. Dick move Veigar. I'm gonna assume that's what that word was. The game is gonna start now at 1:30. Shaco, of course, going leashless. So is the Mundo. Is he okay? Oh. Okay. Apparently he needs a leash. And he refuses to jungle without one. Oh, he is gonna bite the bullet. Oh, he started burning Agony? Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he doesn't have Cleaver. Well then. Oh my god, he's already so low. He's gonna have to smite that red to stay alive. Already super far behind in jungle as the Mundo. Starting burning Agony to a man down red buff is just not okay. To be honest, yes, Seth absolutely should have leashed. That's not all on Mundo. He should definitely have been there to leash. But at the same time, he started burning Agony. He probably deserves whatever's coming to him. Seth is going to brawl it out with Kled. He is taking a ton of minions. In fact, minions did like 300 damage to him out of the 400 he took during that whole trade. So he's just gonna have to walk away. Bronze top laners completely disrespecting how much minions can do. You'd love to see it. In 2 minutes 50 in. Katarina level 3. Oh, getting the Shampoo and the prep dagger. Unfortunately, the preparation dagger lands absolutely no damage. Top lane, Kled misses the first cannon of the game. Don't miss the cannons, man. It is so crushing whenever you do, but there is an all-in coming in from the bot lane. Caitlyn gets the bomb exploded on her, but first blood to the Veigar because Katarina shampoos into tower range and she will just die. 1-0 so far. 3 minutes into the early game. Oh, Tristana eats a very nasty Peacemaker, but she is fine. Bear trap on rope. The cannon shot, oh, it didn't actually land on the Kled. The cannon shot might have been enough to dismount him. That one definitely would be. Facebreaker drags him back, and now it's mini Kled. He's very slow. He eats the Haymaker damage. And he's out of there for now. But because he got dismounted there, he probably is no longer in a position to put any additional pressure on the set. So he's gonna be just fine. Bubble will whiff on the Leona, so she'll be safely out. I will say Tristana, blowing heal and flash and having to back, which means that whole all-in that happened at bot lane actually went in Caitlyn's favor. She gets to farm a lot more, she gets to have a lot more EXP. Now she's coordinating and invade with Shaco into a completely empty side of the jungle. So that's a very good use of time, but now Shaco has blinked up to mid, and there it is, he pushed out the box. Katarina's gonna get locked up by the Event Horizon. She is going to walk into the box that she saw Shaco plant with her naked eye, because she is just that good. And suddenly all of bot lane roams to mid in a sudden 4v1 situation until Mundo shows up. Although it's just less scary than it seems, because that roam is very costly for blue team. All of the laning leads that Caitlyn could have got, maybe a plate, maybe more CS, maybe more EXP. She opts to throw it all away on a roam that will never work. So Tristana suddenly, she's back in the game. Caitlyn goes back home for a longsword and a dagger. Very, very poor power level buys for 5 minutes into the game. Yep, and in return, red team will take the plate. Good Shumpo to get out of the dark matter. Katarina avoids a lot of the poke damage from the Veigar. She is a whole minion wave up on him in CS, so that's promising. Actually, a lot of the CS leads all across the board is building up. They have the first blood kill, which is a Veigar solo kill. So they should be up for 100, but in reality, they're actually down 1,000. Because, you know, that's just the power of farm. Even the Mundo, early start, very crippled early jungle start. You do not start a camp like that and still somehow be so much up in CS in a completely static farming lane. But there it is, level 5, he's coming in, Cleaver lands. Is he gonna go for it? No, Burning Agony. He's actually going to somehow force a flash. Let me put it straight, Veigar was in no danger of dying, but he chose to flash anyway. Better safe than sorry, as they say, but it's perhaps a bit too safe. Zed is gonna teleport back up to top, but Kled takes a plate in his favor. That will try to even up the goal lead a little bit, but still right now red team is very decisively ahead in the early game. I will say that this is 3 winning lanes, just off CS alone. Nami's gonna get jumped on, but Caitlyn's gonna get exhausted. A beautiful splitting of targets. As a result, Nami dies with no assist to the Leona, which doesn't actually work out for the Leona. You always want to coordinate fighting the same guy. Especially committing exhaust on Caitlyn, who is officially out of the fight, because she's so far away from Mundo and Trist that the exhaust is completely wasted. Oh, Leona! Okay, thankfully Caitlyn either got the headshot off and it wasn't enough, or just didn't click in time. But stepping on the trap does not cause Leona to die. But here comes the Shaco for the gank. Tristana's gonna return fire to proc this shard. Oh my god, what a funny gank. That was completely ineffective. That was one of the worst ganks I've ever seen. But both junglers 1 kill apiece so far in the early game. And Mundo burning himself is Burning Agony. I believe his Dragon Venture didn't really quite work out for him. Very brave to be recalling there with so little health, but you know, if that was worded, you bet the Nami will flash on him. Now Kled still dismounted again. Not having a good time against this Juggernaut. Kled does not really lane well against somebody who can severely out damage him. The remount isn't doing him any favors either. Zed has the showstopper. He could all in this guy if he wanted to. Oh no, he's gonna miss another cannon, which means the courage bar doesn't build up nearly as quick. He's gonna get pulled back with his face breaker, and there is the slam! I can't talk, but there is the slam. Zed gets the kill. Solo kill up to the set. Once again, a 3 winning lane situation here for red team. Noon Quiver completed on the Trist versus a crit cloak. Not very effective against the Noon Quiver. Noon Quiver is actually surprisingly good. Katarina still having a grand old time at mid, going the AD build. No, wait, not AD. She's getting an Amp Tome. So this is not Blade of the Ruined King first. This isn't the best cap build right now by a very long shot is Kraken Slayer, Blade of the Ruined King, and Ravenous Hydra, because her ultimate is stupid. But I see after starting Doran's Blade, Katarina opts into an AP setup instead, which does almost no damage compared to the AD version. And there's the Leona going yet again. Caitlyn's gonna get locked up, but the 90 caliber net is on point. Can she make her way out? Oh, Buzzer Shot gets the finishing kill with the guaranteed auto reset afterwards. Tristana takes that 2v2 victory. Katarina has her ultimate. Is she going to go for it? The Event Horizon gets committed, but the Primordial Burst is a full-on lock-on nuclear strike. And Katarina dies. Mundo flashes for about 2 centimeters and then backs off for half a second to negate all of the distances closed by the flash. But he will still get the cleanup kill. He really didn't need to flash. He had Masochism running. Or is that Sadism? I don't remember which one is his ultimate. But he had that running, so he was getting movement speed. He wasn't in danger of being outrun. He is going to turn his attention to Dragon while Shaco takes away his red. A trifling victory for the Shaco, I'm sure, but Mundo will come out ahead, getting a kill for himself and the Dragon. It is Very much worth losing a red buff over. Sett is going to slam the Kled back into the tower. Unfortunately, Kled did not get dismantled, which means he still has full mobility. Joust out, but can he make it? Shaco's on the other side of the wall. He has to deceive through the help. Any year now, Shaco. He's gonna plant a box, but Sett easily walks around it or not. He decides to walk back into the AoE anyway, but he gives it the perfect facebreaker target, which means that Shaco has to deceive out of there. Kled gets sold out by a jungler. The only thing Shaco did that whole fight is to give Sett a target to stun with. Sett charges up the not facebreaker, the haymaker. But is he gonna... He doesn't have flash. Or hex flash. So what's he thinking here? He is going to go for a very thick-headed play. It will get him a kill, and the triumph keeps him alive by the slimmest of margins. Oh, Shaco cannot be happy about that one. Although that was a very crazy and stupid dive. And one of the few kills that I will say you got it because you're lucky. And Katarina's currently AFK in the middle lane. And I think Veigar's caught up to it. She is too busy watching the press videos. And even against a completely static target, Veigar does not get the execution with Primordial Burst. Katarina, AFK, 4-1. Yo, what's going on? Sett asks. A question I'm sure we all like answered. Does Katarina think she's losing? Oh no. Oh, don't tell me that's the case. Yo, what's going on? My name is Sett the Beast. Okay, apparently he's just dropping a freestyle rap. He's not really questioning what Katarina's doing. No, is Kat AFK because she thinks she's losing? She's not. She's ahead in CS. She's roughly on the same items. You're not behind. You're behind in levels, but that's easily remediable because the Veigar is really not doing much right now, even with this level lead. Buster Shot kicks a Shaco into the wall instead of really anywhere else, and Leona's gonna get killed off here by a teleport coming down. Katarina buys a Blasting Wand and is still AFK. Great. So I guess we know how this game ends. Like, she's still playing the game, right? She respawned and bought a Blasting Wand, but now she's just sitting in a fountain. Like, that is a genuine AFK player. Or she's busy too busy watching depressed vids, and she got depressed, and she decides that the game is not worth playing anymore, so she all that forward. Existentialism hit her hard, along with depression. But there's the Veigar teleport, and Katarina is just basically fully out of this game. And Veigar, the only way he caught up in CS is by Katarina literally no longer playing the game. I am still... It still boggles my mind why Katarina decides to just AFK. She was up 10 CS. Like, sure, yeah, Veigar got 3 kills, but she was up 10 CS. Which means that the lane state was still favoring her, and or the Veigar can't farm. Which means that if you just play the lane now, chances are you will be better. Katarina is a really strong champion right now. But there we go. This game is, I believe we can safely call it, this game is now officially a 4v5. Which is depressing, because this was the game I chose to cast. Which, funny story, I was at work when this game was played. This game is several hours old now. But I thought that after work I should cast the game. So I started to spectate, paused it at 0-0, and then just left my client open for like 3 hours while I wrapped up work. And I can't believe that the game that I sat on 3 hours waiting to commentate is somehow 5v4. Oh, never mind, Katarina's back. Back in the loosest sense of the word, she's just sitting there throwing out daggers to poke, and now there's a Herald mid. She's not even trying to do anything about it. And Caitlyn's gonna walk mid as well for some free tower booty. They are going to get it. Caitlyn's gonna get sniped up. She's like playing with one hand. She's no longer trying to win the game. And the Event Horizon catches her on the edge. Primordial Burst, 3 levels above for the Veigar. I wonder how that happened. Katarina's gonna die for the 5th time this game, and she's just complicating the situation here, because despite all that, red team is still somehow ahead in gold. Top Gap says he is apparently blind to whatever's happening on the rest of the map. Mundo should turn off Burning Agony before he kills himself with some stray DOT or something. I am aware that, of course, Burning Agony cannot kill you. It is true that Sett is top gapping the Kled, but he is supposed to. Kled does not beat Sett. Very few champions beat Sett. Now being 5-0 can definitely be a top gap, but it seems like he is oblivious to what the hell is going on in mid lane. He's going to walk mid and realize that, wow, we no longer have a tower here, huh? But still, a 3k goal lead. This is winnable for red team, even despite the Katarina. Sett is strong. That is someone you can play through. Now it's just all up to the rest of your CC engaged, namely just Leona on this team, because red team has an amazing team comp. To just stick with whoever's strong, form a 2-man kill squad, and just start making picks. And then play the game with as much tempo as you can muster. Katarina is just showing up for a participation award. That is 9 times reportable. Whatever she's doing right now, if you can even call that playing the game. I didn't even talk about her item builds, by the way. I think that's Rocket Belt she's building towards. That's Hextech Alternator and the Blasting one. Isn't that Rocket Belt? I don't really know too much of the AP booster items because I haven't had the chance to build most of them yet. But
It should be.
yeah, that's not Kraken Slayer. She's not first iteming Blade of the Rune King. So she doesn't know the Katarina item builds. And she's gonna get stabbed here by the Shaco. Unless, oh, the Leona stun buys her some time for the tidal wave. Cat's not even gonna attempt to dodge out of that. Nami will get the kill on the fleeing Katarina, and the rest of the team fight is still half-assedly happening. Really, it's just nobody's killing or focusing each other. It's just, they're just kind of looking at each other and shooting once in a while. Calling it a day. Oh, never mind. Night Harvester. Night Harvester. I keep forgetting that item exists. But she's building those items, so she still has an intention to play this game, right? Even though for the past 10 minutes, she's done a combined, what, 200 damage to enemy champions? Mostly by accident. Which is also a much inferior build. If you do play Katarina on this current patch, do not go AP. It is absolute garbage compared to her AD variant. Just first item Blade, get a Kraken Slayer, get Ravenous Hydra, and then you delete everybody in the game. It's crazy how good those items are on Katarina. Sett is going to go all out against the Kled. Gets him in again. Although I feel like he is no longer worth committing ultimate and flash to kill. At this point it's just sending a message, but those summoner spells and ultimates are much better used elsewhere, I feel. This still 18 minutes in. Red team is still, despite what's happening at mid, decisively ahead in this game. But they're doing the typical bronze strat of stalling out the game. Doing absolutely nothing. Katarina, oh, she's contributing! She's making herself useful. Never mind, she's giving 300 gold back to the Nami, who now has Imperial Mandate. So everybody in this game, except for 3 people, have Mythics. The reason those 3 don't is because Sett built another item first. In fact, Sett is still not going for a Mythic. Bramble doesn't build into any Mythics, and the only item that builds from Scepter is, I believe, Shield Bow?
Eclipse! No, I'm kidding.
Shield Bow and does Eclipse build out of Lamp Scepter? I don't remember, but you have to be crazy to build Eclipse here.
Eclipse does.
Okay. But he doesn't seem like he's working towards a Mythic still. Leona is still going for it. She's a little bit poor. Sunfire Aegis is expensive. That's fine. Kled is just super far behind. And he first item Black Cleaver, which is ooh, Solar Flare goes wide, but Black Cleaver first is very much a Season 10 build. In Season 11, that is just not good. There aren't a lot of situations where you can justify Cleaver first anymore, I feel. Now, Red Team still trying to siege this tower when they have absolutely no resources to do so. But Sett is still creating noise in the top lane, and in typical bronze fashion, mid lane is the only lane that really exists. So nobody else on blue team is really going to help until right now. Shaco is going to go for a 3-man collapse. Although Sett right now is stupidly powerful, he might just be able to kill everyone here. He is going to showstop her, just the Nami, which is a misplay that is going to isolate the target, but he's so fed it doesn't even matter. Does he have the Haymaker up still? He needs to wait some time for the Haymaker to come back up, and now he is splitting his damage completely, making sure that he can't focus a single target down. Meanwhile, in mid lane, At mid lane, Leona gets killed off by the catch from Event Horizon. So that's once again another siege foiled. Tristana eats Dark Matter as well. And red team's, 10th attempt at killing this tower has utterly failed. Because they just do not understand how to siege stuff. Bring Mundo if he's...
That's focused that last fight.
Oh yes, he was spreading damage beautifully. He wanted to kill them all with a single face breaker. That's why he left them all in dot health. That's what we call the ADHD fighting, where you only hit the target closest to you, so you let people kite you forever. Instead of committing for one guy and going for him. Still, red team, all that said and done, 4,000 gold ahead. Katarina blinks into the edge of the Event Horizon. Beautiful plays right there. She is going to take a lot of damage from her Veigar, who is getting strong purely off the back of all of red team not capitalizing on this. And once again, they send literally everybody mid. Surely it will work this time. Solar Flare goes white yet again. Guys, your siege isn't working. Guys. Oh, Mundo decides to flash out the Event Horizon. A beautiful use of his flash summoner spell. Just as Event Horizon's wearing off, he flashes out of it. And Sett is gonna get caught by the edge.
Why is Mundo flashing?
I have no idea, but Sett is gonna be first killed. As soon as Event Horizon drops, you can just see all of their brains just shut off. They don't know how to play around this spell. Now Veigar, it feels like it's up crazy often. Yeah, he is maxing his second. He is just spamming this and it's working. Every time it drops, every time he presses E, all of red team loses 60 points of IQ. And that means blue team somehow, off the back of a single champion, secure a global objective for themselves and spoil a mid push once again. And Katarina's coming back in to try her luck. She is going to walk back and forth onto the bubble and eventually get snared up by it. Tristana's gonna jump in, dismounts the Kled. He is now tiny Kled form. She is shooting the Nami, not the Kled. No, Kled has a second health bar. You have to do this. Tristana jumps back out, Sett teleports in and stands perfectly still to show off. And once again, red team tries to siege with absolutely no minions because they do not understand how to keep waves alive. And Veigar, here it is, the Event Horizon. It catches onto the Leona, but the Tristana getting damaged? No, Solar Flare drops white dead again. Just hit one Solar Flare and he's dead. He's so low, he shouldn't be here anymore. Okay, on one hand, if Leona ever hits Solar Flare, yes, the Veigar dies, but you have more than one ways to kill the Veigar. You don't need to Solar Flare him to get the kill. You just need to do something to him. Like fashion him, engage, anything. There it is. Sett is going for it. He is going to showstopper over, but Veigar suddenly has Zion's Hourglass because yes, that's how long it took for us to finally make a move onto the Veigar. Caitlyn will press her Ghost button, and by the way, she has Ghost instead of Flash and tries to run away as fast as she can. She will get out of there, turns around with a bullet, and now she is trying to shoot up the Sett as well. Once again, they kill the Veigar. Good job. That is progress. Forward progress. They're making good moves. Unfortunately, they still haven't killed this tower. And they spent, like what, the past 14 minutes trying to kill this? This entire game has been trying to kill this tower. It feels like both teams are treating this one tower like it's their Nexus or something. Nobody has visited the side lane in 10 minutes. The minions on the side lanes must be getting so bored. Leona will just now be going up top to shove. Unfortunately, that's the worst possible person to send to a side lane. You need Leona for the pick, for the engage, for everything. Sett's fists are so mad, he punches the Shaco above the cliff. And Katarina, she sees blood in the water and she dives for the Tentacle King. She will get the Nami. And blinks her way out. But yes, you can kill these champions. But that tower took a grand total of 15 damage, probably. Just from 2 casters hitting it once. Leona disconnects from the game for now. And reconnects instantly. Didn't even make it back to the fountain. And Veigar, first player with some actual IQ. Actually second if we don't count Leona. Going to finally visit the side lane. Surrender Vote has failed for blue team, 2-3, because apparently this situation is somehow doomed even though red team is literally throwing this game for all it's worth. Leona gets the kill onto the Shaco, and finally, after a 15-minute long campaign, I had entire games end faster than that, they kill a single tower on the map, And what is their next play? Of course, it is to keep going for the tier 2. Nobody cares about the Veigar. They're just going to let him get even stronger. And finally, people ping him when they realize that that Veigar is uncomfortably close to their own base. But there is a re-engage coming out. Caitlyn gets caught out. Here comes Mundo on the side. He steps on a trap while going for the Nami. But there it is. Sadism is still running. He will try to get a cleaver eaten by a minion. But he bonks his head against the fish and gets some sushi for himself. And the siege will continue. Veigar doesn't care. He's still going for it. Tier 2 tower has fallen. Leona is tanking. Zero tankiness on her. The third tower shot will not kill the red team. Are they going to go? No, they're going to reset. For some reason, there's 3 people dead and they're resetting. The only person that should be going back is the Leona. But apparently that's the end of the siege and it was arbitrarily called. Even though they killed 3 people off that siege and could absolutely keep going. Tristana is going to get the mid turret killed, but she will not be able to finish the inhibitor. All is fair in Love and War. GG, well played. But she says that, though they failed the surrender vote. So the game is still gonna continue. Zed purchases Sanguine Blade and Thornmail. That's a line I never thought I'd see. Zed purchased Sanguine Blade. Alright, so that is a 5th item mythic. I hope. He is getting a mythic this game, right? Right? If he's very rapidly running out of item slots. And Katarina somehow in hell carries a bounty on her. So she is gonna be killed off. Oh, Leona's dash in, gets stopped by the Event Horizon, but the Nami uncomfortably close to the sun, and she is gonna get stunned up. Mundo finishes off that kill. Exhaust onto the Veigar, but that is not a good exhaust whatsoever. He was out of combat during the entire time of it. Mundo going for the kill, but he doesn't occupy the other end of the blast cone. He's gonna flash over the wall to try to get a Shaco. Never a good idea. Shaco can just blink back. Leona's taking a lot of damage on her way out, and here's the set. He has been lying in ambush, and now he shows himself. He dismounts the Kled, but the showstopper completely misses the Caitlyn. Leona's Zenith's Blade grapples onto the back. Caitlyn is still free hitting in the middle of it all. The shield bow will pop. She will die. Leona is next to go, and that gives Kled the remount. Tristana flashes in, but Kled suddenly has a second health bar to work with. He is going to charge his way out of the fight, and here comes the Shaco. The Tristana walks a little bit too far into the Event Horizon. She's going to be killed off here. The clone will also pop. Mundo is still big. He's still tanky. He's still going for it. The head bonk kills off the Shaco. Will he keep going through the Event Horizon? He gets stunned up. Primordial Burst. It wasn't enough to finish. Turn your burning agony off. You're literally going to die. He has to now walk out of there. Does not kill off the Veigar, but he gets basically everybody else. He killed everyone in that team fight. Unofficial triple kill to himself. He killed the Nami. He killed the Caitlyn and the Shaco. A second surrender roll for blue team has failed. 3-2. I mean, they're making progress. The next one will be 4-1, and that will be the end of the game. They're slowly winning the people over in that this game is lost. Although there's still 2 hopefuls who believe that this game is winnable, and I hope that Veigar is one of them. He's still in the position to 1v9. They let him farm so much. Even by bronze standards, he now has a ridiculous amount of AP. I think. Let's check. How much AP do I think he's got? He should be at 500-600-ish. Never mind, not even 500. Never mind, this game is doomed. Katarina is gonna get caught out and killed off yet again, but what else is new? She's been feeding the whole game. Leona going for the full engage. Unfortunately, every single one of their card control was blown onto the Leona. Leona will die, but at what cost? The rest of the team is coming in set first. Face first into the Event Horizon. He no longer has a Haymaker to work with, but he is getting very low. Caitlyn is still shooting him. Set turns around to punch the clone, and that will result in him fearing himself to his death. And now blue team, they've suddenly sent red team on a full route. It's just the Tristana and the Mundo, the 2 most fan members on their team. They will both make it out. Mundo carries a 1000 gold bounty on him, but nobody can deal enough damage to him to claim it. Blue team will lose their turret because Shaco is literally the only one defending home with a single Duskblade, and he just doesn't do that much damage to a wave. The super minions are doing work. They're going to send the Caitlyn back as well. Blue team finds a winning team fight, but unless they can do something with this, it is too little too... Is that Lich Bane? Why? Why did you build this? What? I'm so surprised I started lisping. Why did you build this?
What the hell? Set building.
What is set build? Oh my god. That is not a mythic. He is not getting a mythic this game. This does not build into mythics. Unless Chem Tank? No, Chem Tank doesn't even build with that. No. That is not a mythic item. He's just not getting a mythic this game. And Leona tanking a little bit too much. A Caitlyn bullet certainly... Oh, does not get a kill. Leona lives with a shred of her life. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade at mid. Okay, I get that Lich Bane works off on hits and your ultimate does give on hits, but why? That's so bad. Okay, red team takes a completely uncontested Baron. I'm so curious. What's like? That's gotta be first. Nope, it's Deadman's. Oh my god. What good is Deadman's gonna do to you? Caitlyn's not the one killing you. I thought that was Force of Nature. I was so.
No, the real question is the Lich Bane still.
I'm so foolish. I can never predict these people's build path. In fact, who is building right in this game? I guess Trist, kind of. You can't really mess that build up too much. Caitlyn's kind of questionable, but I guess you're behind. You do whatever you want. Veigar's doing okay, I guess. Blighting Stone is fine. He's getting Void Staff. I mean, what are these item builds, man? Caitlyn lining up for a snipe, but there's the Katarina jumping in 1v4. She is a national hero for blue team apparently. Completely feeds herself in, but Veigar decides to match her actions and go in 1v4 as well. Both mid laners will die, although I argue that Katarina is worth significantly less. Shaco is going to hallucinate to even the odds. It is now once again a 4v5. Oh, never mind, 4v4 as the cone gets popped. Shaco is still trying to make miracles happen. Beautiful 3-man bubble, but unfortunately blue team has no damage. Veigar killed me while I was trying to high presence from my dad. Is that what you were doing? I thought you were AFK. What do you mean high presence from your dad? Is your dad playing? Are you playing Santa Claus for your dad?
Wait, why are you hiding your presence from your dad in the middle of a game?
I am suddenly so curious about that. What is the story of that? Didn't matter, you got carried anyway. While that is true, you can't deny that Veigar completely through, so he shouldn't be the one talking. Dark Matter will land. Leona escapes with a shred of her life. Tidal Wave catching up to Mundo, but that's not enough. But these teammates are so nice. That is true. I can at least speak for James. Literally the nicest guy I've ever met in my whole life. I don't know about the rest of their team, but I can certainly vouch for James. Katarina goes in for the Death Lotus. Oh, she's finally popping off. She did it. She hit her presence from her dad and hit the win from blue team. Lick my nut. As Tristana's final war cry.
We totally know James is probably saying good try for everyone when they lose the fight.
You Trist. And the game ends. What'd you say? I didn't catch your last sentence.
I said we know James is cheering them on.
Yeah, probably. He's too nice to play League.
Yeah, this game's too toxic. Why is he playing League?
He's not toxic enough to be on this game. There it is. Red team. They take the win. Mundo dies for the first time as the Nexus was blowing up. He carried them the whole game, but didn't live to see their dream fulfilled. What a tragic story. This game is just a total tragedy in general.